members of the Federation, the Klingon Defense Force, and the Romulan Republic, honored allies of the Dominion, please accept my gracious welcome. I am Mifriku, and this is a Star Trek Online Starship review, as well as Legendary Captain's Bundle review. Can I express a sincere gratitude to the Federation for allowing and hosting this event at Earth Space Dock, and a massive thank you to Negus, Dante Demonic, Skyhawking, Tribal Typhoon, XG Blackbird, Travis Games, Spike, Captain Riggs, Miss Future Teach, Fox Plays Games, and Lord Arminger, all who helped to make this possible. Now, before I introduce you to our spectacular vessel, may I first guide you a bit through the bundle that holds this ship. The Legendary Dominion's Captain Bundle has had a lot of questions raised towards it, and I would honestly say these are fair. You see, there are certain things about this bundle that don't make sense. At full price, it is 9,000 Zen, though right now you can purchase it for 4,500 Zen. Less than £40 sterling though, if you have no Zen at the moment, you'll probably be paying £40 to be able to purchase the ship. At full price then, you could say this ship is ranged in price between £60 and £80 sterling, while also giving you the benefits of the full bundle. Honestly, even with some of the things I'm about to say, I will say that on sale this is definitely a good deal. At full price, I would question it a little bit, but hey, they had to give some reason to recruit into the Dominion, even if they aren't going to give us aliens for the Dominion. Rude much. Anyway, so the main things of the bundle that we need to discuss. The immediate boost to level 65 for your Dominion character is nearly worthless, mainly because you start at level 60. We Dominion soldiers are superior. You gain equipment and services to boost yourself, which is going to be helpful, and you gain access that includes the Tier 5 reputation buyouts for Gamma Task Force and competitive war games. Sounds fun. At a level, I guess. Now, by advancing immediately to maximum level, you do gain, obviously, the benefits of being at maximum level, but that is so easy to unlock, I'm going to gloss that. Trust me, by the time you've beaten the first chapter of missions, those little Dominion missions with the Herc, you will be at level 65. In fact, you'll probably have reached it before you finish them. I can also safely say that 1,000,000 energy credits is nigh on worthless. Means nothing, ignore. The 1,000,000 expertise, that has some use. So does the reputation Delphian vouchers, they will come in handy elsewhere. 5 times specialization qualifications, they are definitely useful, though you might want to choose where you use them properly. Times 5 universal enhanced tech upgrades, they will also come in handy. Your inventory slots and bank slots are great if you're creating a new character, so is definitely the 6 bridge officer slots. Oh, and times 2 ship slots. All of it more than come in handy. A full suite of very rare purple Mark 14 ground equipment is given to you, and all the kit modules for your chosen profession. In my case, I'm engineer. I'll have all the engineering modules, sorry. Go along with this, all weaponry supports the Dominion for their trademark Polar energy type. And it will include a exclusive Jem'Hadar Kartakin that isn't unavailable anywhere else. This is essentially the Jem'Hadar close quarters weapon. You get 6 bridge officers and their equipment. This is all very nice, but considering this is a Jem'Hadar made right at the beginning of the game, and this is how they come equipped, it's not much of an upgrade, and the only characters I don't have fully outfitted out are my Vanguards, which I could easily just move the stuff over for. Kind of a flaw with that one. Again, having all the 6 bridge officers is great as well. Nice benefit to power, but yeah, you also already have that equipped. Now, this is useful though. The Dominion Wayun clone, which has some useful benefits. Now, me being an idiot, didn't notice this straight away, but it does actually tell you what the abilities of the Authority of the Founders is. So you get superior creative, superior pacifist, telekinetic, nice little nod at the first founder you meet in Deep Space Nine saying they have telekinetic abilities. Too bad Wayun never showed it off. And Authority of the Founders, the unique ability that grants a plus 7.5 to all damage, plus 1% for critical chance, and plus 2.5 to critical severity. I have been arguing for a necessity to give something that can almost counteract Superior Romulan Operative for a while. It's trying, but it's not quite there. Superior Romulan Operative still far exceeds the potential of this, especially if you are a Romulan character and you go to get your Romulan officers. You can get them not only with the Superior Romulan Operative trait, but the Superior Operative, which will, is it Superior Operative or it's something like that, that will also massively benefit, again, your cloaking abilities and the output of damage, resulting in Romulans just far exceeding all other factions when it comes to bridge officers. Yeah, there are some that come close, but nothing really does quite compare to Superior Romulan Operative and the Romulan bridge officers. As such, Cryptic, you still need to rebalance that. Ground side of it though, occasionally distributes Catch Soul White to your team members. This is great if it's going to hit a Jem'Hadar, or if it does, oh no, 2 Jem'Hadar, so it won't do it to anyone who's not Jem'Hadar, which is bad, because if it did it to non-Jem'Hadar, it'd still give them a boost. But hey, useful state of things. Okay, we're on to the ship. Let's talk about the ship. So allow me to introduce you to the legendary Jem'Hadar Vanguard pilot attack ship, and to the concept artist at Cryptic, the one who designed this ship, because unfortunately I don't know who it is. I just want to say this: I am so sorry for underestimating your artistic eye. When I first saw the ship, I looked at those nacelles and thought everything about the ship is beautiful except for those gigantic boomerangs. Then I took her out for flight for the first time. I have to eat my words now. Wow! This ship is beautiful, and wow! Isn't she a good answer to another ship? Oh yeah, sorry. That ship. To put a direct comparison into this video, let's see how the legendary Jem'Hadar Vanguard pilot attack ship stacks up to the legendary Defiant pilot warship. Shall we? You see, this new pilot attack ship, it's a tier 6 escort. At level 65, she has 54,000 hull, with a hull modifier of 1.2, shield modifier of 1, a turn rate of 20, an impulse modifier of 0.22, an inertia rating of 70, with bonus powers to the weapons and engines of plus 15 to weapons and plus 5 to engines, 5 forward weapons and 2 aft, but with an experimental weapon of questionable degree. She comes equipped with dual cannons, or she can be equipped with dual cannons. Actually, she comes equipped with quad cannons, has 2 device slots, the Dominion defense screen, which we'll get into later, the Vanguard wingmen to give us some excellent additional firepower, piloting maneuvers, and let's really ramp this ship up with 5 tactical consoles, 4 engineering consoles, 2 science. Her bridge officers are an ensign science, a lieutenant engineering, 2 universal lieutenant commanders, 1 of those seats with intel specialization, and 1 commander tactical seat, as to be expected, unfortunately with pilot specialization. I say unfortunately because pilot also needs a buff, much like intel did. Well, actually I've always liked intel, but hey, people say it needed the buff. Okay, it needed the buff. Apparently Cryptic agreed. Here's the thing. As far as stats go, this ship has slightly less armor than the Defiant, but slightly superior shielding. It turns far better and is a lot quicker than the Defiant. Has the same bonus power settings, remnantly similar bridge officers, though I would argue to say this ship, the Jem'Hadar one, actually has better bridge officer seating due to having the intel seat and also due to having more universal seats. And although it does have that 1 ensign, I'd say the 2 lieutenant commanders that are both universal more than make up for that. We also then have the fact that although this ship has 1 less aft weapon, she does, however, have an experimental weapon to ramp up on top of this, therefore giving her basically the same number of aft weapons. It's just 1 is experimental. The weapon you get with her is excellent for support players and seems to proc enough that the electrical damage can be reasonably considered, but at the same time it's definitely not going to be the best experimental weapon. However, this doesn't really matter too much because she also has the Vanguard wingman. Might be really annoying for those of us that like to demo record and make cinematic videos when they have that icon above them, but they are effective escorts, providing additional firepower, shield regeneration, or my personal favourite aspect to them, recovery in the form of hull healing for yourself or allies when necessary. Honestly, I feel like the Vanguard pilot attack ship doesn't just make up for what it doesn't have against the warship, but actually surpasses what it needs to. I would genuinely say this is a superior ship to the legendary Defiant pilot warship. Not sure I'd say it's superior to the Adamant if you have that ship. I'd say close to on par with that one. The biggest things to take away from this ship is, obviously, she's not going to win any real rewards or marks as a tank or as a support vessel, but that's not really what a pilot attack ship is supposed to be doing. when it comes to what she is fundamentally for, she's a deeper DPS powerhouse and is such a good energy weapons build. Honestly, I'm very impressed by her stats, but her stats are not everything, so let's bring up something else, shall we? Okay, ignoring how poor my build is on this ship, or maybe complimenting it, because despite this poor build, this ship did very well in testing for combat wise. I was very happy. Honestly, I'm not a fan of inhibiting polarons. I've only put them on the ship because they were easy to acquire, and let's be honest, kind of similar to actual Jem'Hadar weapons, but go over the top of that. I can ignore this sort of stuff because we have these. About time. Polaron quad cannons, granting you a damage ×3 at the standard level before upgrading. These are very, very effective, and you know what? Since I am a fan of this ship, I'm going to do this. She deserves it. So, oh, well, that's not right. You can't upgrade them. That has to be a bug. That has to be a bug, because I cannot see them allowing you to upgrade all other energy weapon types but not upgrade the Polaron cannons. So I'll make sure to report that. Any of you that's seen this, please report it. I was going to show you the full power of these weapons, but luckily I can tell you this. They are on par with your atypical quad disruptor, quad plasma, quad phaser. The quad agony phasers are still superior, but that's only due to the beneficial proc of quad agony phasers. I should say the agony phaser proc. Not too much to be worried about though, because let's be fair. Once this has been fixed and you can upgrade these to 4, then the quad polarons will definitely be a great addition for polaron builds. Tachyon aggregator, the experimental weapon. Now I've already nudged into this, but let me go a little bit further. First of all, that minus 2146 to all shields over 5 seconds. Cool. It's 360 degree arc of fire, directly targets shields and damages shields. It's the point of this weapon. Great for support, great for drain builds. Obviously not something you're going to want to really consider on DPS or tank, as the actual damaging proc that will do damage to the enemy ship beyond the shields, that unfortunately has only a third chance of triggering. However, at 33%, that triggers more often than you might expect, and that will deal around 1434 electrical damage, ignoring shields, and minus 5.4 all subsystem power levels for 5 seconds. Now, let me hold right there. Those stats are cool. They sound great, don't they? Here's the thing. They're very easy to boost. And one of the things I did get from testing, an easy way to see it is by adjusting auxiliary power, is the fact that any boosting to drain expertise, any boosting to your EPG or exotic damage output, is going to improve this weapon. So yes, it's better for those of you who are taking a side DPS build approach, or for those of you who raising question but are a support player in an escort. it's a useful weapon for you guys, but beyond that, honestly, not so great. As a result, I score out of 5 this experimental weapon a 3 out of 5. Great in the right situation, not in all. Next up, we have the console Dominion Defense Screen. With a passive boost giving you a plus 1.3% to critical chance and plus 12.5% critical severity, the Dominion Defense Screen's active ability will give you a high shield hardness and shield regeneration boost. This allowing your shields to actually do something in a fight. I say, knowing full well that a lot of you have just turned around and gone, "You've not seen a shield tank before?" Okay, jokes aside, shield tanks can do stuff that your general builds cannot. Shields tend to be quite soft if you're not a shield tank. This is going to be one of those useful consoles that just gives your shields that little bit of extra defense, as well as providing you passively a little bit of extra offensive capability. The shield regeneration rate is 553.1 shield regeneration for 20 seconds for each patient shield per second. It's quite strong if you consider that that is essentially over the 20 seconds at 10,000 shield points. You have a 95% shield resistance boost for 20 seconds. That is huge, and honestly, if you want to start fighting against shields that are doing that, you really need to be using weapons that soften up the shields. For example, Voudoir Polorons are the first to come to my mind right now. And your firing weapons reduce its ability duration by 0.5 seconds per firing cycle. In other words, each cycle you fire, the abilities such as, I'm going to say, scatter volley, should be recharging a bit quicker. It's not amazing. Definitely things are way better than the Dominion Defense Screen for that. But you know what? Overall, I do quite like the Dominion Defense Screen. And as such, I will give it 4 out of 5. It needs to do a lot better to get higher. Now, if I say my old 10 score route, it would have been 7 out of 10. Give you an idea? Also, it'd be very nice to have the rest of those consoles. Oh, I do. So let's quickly talk about the stack up on them, so that you're aware of it. If you stack up Dominion Tactical Maneuvering, which will give you the boosted accuracy and defense rating, and Dominion Precision, giving you a further boost in accuracy and defense. Okay. And at level 3, Defense Screen Efficiencies boost and Dominion Amplified Armaments will be added, allowing you to boost all damage as well. At that point, this becomes quite strong. Do you want to spend out the cost though to get all of the ships required for that? Tier 6, if I recall right, it's a Tier 6 Cardassian vessel and a Tier 6 Dominion carrier? It's one of those two. Yink. Anyway, next thing up. We've known about this one for a while, so I'm going to gloss over it. Go for the kill. Critical hits, extended duration of cannon and rapid fire. And critical hits will increase cannon rapid fire by 3 seconds. May occur once per 5 seconds. It's useful. Go for the kill is very powerful in the right builds. It's very easy to boost your critical hit chance, so that's all you need to do to get this thing going off. And well, once you've hit the 100%, this is going to be one of those very powerful traits. As a result, I'll give this one 4 out of 5. The only reason why it's not getting higher is because it's not a guaranteed duration increase. It does require you to get the critical hit. Vanguard. Well, Vanguard Specialist. Reduce, recharge and extend duration of specialist weapon firing modes. Well, let's see what we have for that. It's easier to show you it this way. Surgical Strike, the intel ability, will be reduced from 30 seconds to 20 seconds. Surgical Strike being one of those that I've always felt needed a little bit more support, and damn, that's going to make an effect to it. Suppression Barrage in the command goes from 45 to 30 seconds. Bit unfair, that gets the better boost. Reroute Reserve to weapons, the pilot ability gets 30 down to 20. Recursive Shearing, the temporal ability, goes from 40 to 26.4. Bit rude. And Exceed Rate Limits, Miracle Worker, one of my personal favorites to use, goes from 30 to 20. Very much a helpful effect. As a result, I honestly will give this 5 out of 5. It's that trait that the specialist abilities have been requiring. It's a bit disappointing that it's only specialists, but well, it's the specialist abilities that needed the love, so I'm just going to give it to him for that. 5 out of 5. And would it be a meta trait? No, but it's definitely a high trait to consider. Now, with all that being said, let's take a look quickly at customization. Oh god, Space Dog, will you let me come aboard again? Okay, so I saved it just in case it wouldn't be showing itself, but this ship is a beauty. And I have to look at the customization just quickly with you guys. You will gain access to the heavy fighter, the strike ship, which I have never owned and have always wanted, so it's nice to have access to that look, and the Vanguard gunboat. I'm a little bit surprised that the ship we fly gets called the Vanguard Pilot Attack Ship. I would have called it the Vanguard Pilot Gunboat, but okay. You do get access to all the Jem'Hadar types. Some of them do look quite aged. It's not great, especially if you go to use the Vanity Shield from Jem'Hadar. Doesn't work too great on the ship, but go for the right ones and you can get some absolutely beautiful looks in this ship. Honestly, we're quite lucky with what we got in this ship. Upgrade is definitely one of my favourites. Veteran looks pretty cool too. You can customize the whole engine's wings and the sails, and just so that people don't get too confused, there is, well, I was meaning to show you that in a bit, but okay, we'll show you that now. The hull is the very front section of the ship. The engines, yink, are obviously this segment underneath, and if it wasn't obvious beforehand, the gunboat is definitely smaller than the strike ship or heavy fighter. The wings are that shroud, whoops, go to the top, are that shroud hovering over the top of the engines. And you do have varying forms for that. A strike ship, normal and beta. And finally you have the nacelles, which look hilarious depending on which one you've attached to the ship. I was not counting on seeing that happen today. As a result, randomization comes up with some really unusual options in places. Yeah, might want to be careful. Sometimes you stab yourself in the butt. Okay, but seriously, with all that being said, let's take the ship into action. I'll see you in the normal system. Now you tell me that doesn't fit. Oh yeah. Emperor Vanity Shield on this ship? Thank you. I'll tell you right now, this is one of those ships where there ain't a bad looking vanity shield on it. I'm not... Seriously, god damn, this is what I mean. The worst one of them all, and it looks okay on it. Let's go, wipe them out, shall we? Oh, this is going to be bullying. Jem'Hadar versus Jem'Hadar. I wish I could hold you guys back, but... well, we have to show what we are capable of. This is literally going to be bullying. Probably should lift that up there because you're going to be hearing that keyboard way too much. Hey, strike ship. Goodbye. Keldon's got no chance either. Ooh, let's see, what one shall we go with next? Yes, yes. Erase them all. We're literally just going to fly on through and wipe them out. Not even trying to play nice here. Whoopie-daisy. Yink. Strike one more time. Goodbye to him, and let's come after these guys. Come on, I'm going to put my defense screen up. There we go. Dominion defense screen. I could have this at a higher level, but I'm not, because there's no need. You guys are going to be erased. I haven't even got this ship set up in a way that would benefit my normal support needs. It's just like, yeah, let's go for it. I kind of want to rather use a rapid fire build, but... I really, really like this ship. It makes me feel funny. It's oh daddy. Oh damn it, I said I wasn't going to make that joke again. This ship is one of those ships where I don't think I can do her justice. I didn't give her stats scores earlier during stats for individual roles because honestly I wanted to try and draw you guys through, not to get you to watch all of the video, but to let you see what she can do before I say this. Please hear me out. Yeah, I get it. She's a 9,000 Zen ship, she's expensive. And what you get with the bundle is not amazing, considering it's linked to the Dominion faction and, well, what the Dominion faction gets. Again, this ain't great, but, please hear me out. She's worth it. We'll start with tank. As a tank, I'm going to give her, well, shield tanking, mediocre, definitely, obviously, especially with these console slots, sorry. Hull tanking, pretty good. Not really a ship you should be tanking in, but she's got a good amount of endurance. So I'm going to ignore some of this aspect here and just go, well, okay, I'll give her 3 out of 5. Considering 2.5 would be the halfway mark, therefore I view her as above average for tanking capabilities and an escort. Now let's be fair, she's an escort, she's not supposed to be an amazing tank. I could honestly give her 4 out of 5 on this one, and it would actually be fair considering her potential. She's almost as good at hull tanking as the Defiant warship is. Support. Okay, so generally speaking, support grows depending on the category of support you're going for. Now, she's not going to be the best control boat. You want to go there, you really need gravity well free and that kind of thing. Except, she can make up for that. She can. And she can also be an exceptional drain boat, or, and this is my personal favourite aspect to her, and is why I really like her, she's an immensely strong debuff type support DPS. She might not be gathering the enemies, but use her right, you'll have the enemies so vulnerable to enemy fire from the DPSs that you won't need to control them. The DPSs will just be blinking them out of existence, and they don't have to be a top-end DPS to be doing it. As such, high level of respect for the ship in that one, and for the support role, I will give her 3.5 out of 5. Now, half of me, this is why I used the 10. This is why I used the 10 score rating, because it gives you a bit of a better idea where I'm going to. Honestly speaking, I think she's brilliant. If I was saying just support potential of an escort, she's definitely one of the best escorts for that. The only real ones I'd say better are the exact size specialized pilot ships, such as the Science Pilot Tandorian ship, or ships to a similar factor. Science Spearheads, perhaps. Then again, that's a science ship, that's not an escort. So let's go DPS. Yeah, the bit I'm hesitant saying, because I'm gonna have people going, yeah, but she's not great at the real, what most people would call the meta. Maybe not. Damn, I can see this ship though. I can see this ship flying through elites and doing some incredible damage potential. Honestly, I definitely feel she is superior to the legendary Defiant Pilot warship. Definitely believe that. You can argue me all you want, I'm not going to change my rhetoric on this one. I think she's an absolutely amazing energy gunboat. Great cannon platform, but she's exceptional in beams as well. Surgical strike, definitely another one you're going to want to use with this ship. Oh no, I like that. I like that so much. Honestly, I'm going to give her almost perfect marks. Almost. The only reason I'm not is because she's an escort. And in my mind, I would like to have seen her with a little bit more power, because she's very close to the similar realms of other ships. I'm saying this, she's extremely powerful. So you know what? 4.5 5 out of 5. And when I say a little bit more power, all I wanted to do was see her as not a pilot ship. I would have loved to have seen that command seat to have the intel specialization on it. See it as either a full intel or maybe a miracle worker ship. An intel miracle worker. I would have adored that. That would have been amazing. It would have even given a higher stat there with support capability. Honestly, that's how she could have gotten 5 out of 5 of me. So yes, I recommend her to most of the player base. If you are a DPSer, if you are a support player, and you want to fly an escort, I definitely recommend her to you. If you're a tank looking for a bit of a fun challenge, go for it. She is a worthwhile ship picking up. And more on over, if you are playing Dominion and you want a really good ship to get when you don't have the Vanguard bundle, weigh the options. Honestly, get the Vanguard bundle before you get this ship. But that's the one thing I will say counter on. The Dominion Vanguard bundle is definitely better than picking up this ship, but it's mostly because of the amount of ships you get. And simply stated, having the Jem'Hadar Vanguard offset is such a stronger thing to have than being a standard Jem'Hadar, and we don't have aliens for Dominion. With that all being said, guys, I must wrap it up here because I've really pushed the length of this video on. Thank you for watching to the very end. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Can I say it once again, a massive thank you to the people on the screen that are credited right now for their incredible generosity and support to the channel. If you're new to the channel or wish to support the channel, please check out the description below for relative links. And I would love to see your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think of the ship. Whether you're happy with her, whether certain things have annoyed you, what you feel Cryptic should have done differently, or if you think Cryptic was spot on with it. And remember, victory is life. Ciao for now.